All right, so we got the back all pretty much buttoned up. I'm gonna put a lot more wall fasteners in place once I kind of figure out where everything goes back here. But there's enough tie downs to put a bike, to put some water jugs and some gas cans and some other little odds and ends in here. I've got the wiring covered up, so it's more or less looking neat in here. And I've actually put a couple bikes in here just to test it out. They fit great. There's a lot of room actually in the back of them, so you can I'm curious how an adventure bike will fit in here. I haven't tried it just because I'm pretty sure it has to go in here backwards, because it's not going to fit under this with a windshield, and I don't really feel like pushing a big bike up in here backwards. The van now has all-terrain tires. I went with Falcon Wild Peaks because I've had good experience with them in the past and I really like them. They last forever. They have good snow and wet traction as well. Wiring, it's just kind of on the surface here. I have it zip tied to the wall to get it off the floor. It's going to be fine for now. Seams, so the seams also are now caulked with some silicone. It's nice and flexible. It's easy to work with. It's real sticky. Maybe doesn't look the prettiest, but it should work really well. I really want to keep any sort of water or moisture on top of this floor. And a small update on the glue as well. It's been holding really well. So again, this is the DAP Weldwood. It's been holding up great. I have, kind of see it on the video, like one bubble right there that shows up whenever it's warm outside. It's a middle of December and it's a 60 plus degree day today, so it's unseasonably warm and things are expanding, so we've got one bubble that kind of showed up. But other than that, it's real solid. I've been really happy, and if I were to do this again, I'd probably use DAP Weldwood contact cement again on the floor. Easy to work with. It's pretty smelly, but within a few days you can't smell it anymore, so it kind of evaporates pretty quick. In here is more or less finished up as well. My dog's got her little hangout area. We've taken a few little trips and she really likes it. She doesn't slide off of this very much anymore. This is just a dog crate bed from Menards. It's 2-inch foam. It's pretty comfy. It's nice and plush. She likes it. And I just put some adhesive Velcro on the bottom. This way it doesn't slide off of this. It just Velcros to this carpet and it doesn't slide at all. So it gives her a little stable platform. What I'm going to do, however, just for safety, is I have this. This is just designed to go in a back seat of just a normal car. It's like kind of like a hammock situation. So I'm going to modify this a little bit and have it hammock out like so that if I have to hit the brakes real hard or something, she just slides forward into that, and she can kind of stretch out onto it a little bit more too. And then also she's obviously, if we're going on the highway, then she is tied down back here as well, so that she's secured and she doesn't go flying around. And so down here we have made a couple sliders, and I have my microwave. It sits on top of this little shelf. Underneath there's a drawer, and it's pretty long. It's I don't remember what it is. I think it's like 16 inches long. So this entire bench is about 24 inches long. So it's pretty long, pretty deep. There's a lot of room in here to keep stuff. And then the lid itself is secured. There's a strap that goes all the way around the lid, and it also goes around the metal frame of this box. So I wanted anything that's in this box, there's the Bluetti, the microwave, all that kind of stuff, I want it to be contained. So worst case scenario, you are in a rollover accident, I don't want this stuff to go flying around. It's all in this box. It's held together in this strap that's rated for 2,000 pounds, which is maybe debatable. But even if it's realistically only 500 pounds, that's still plenty to hold this stuff in there. so on this other side we have the Bluetti, which is tied down by 2 straps, and I'll show you the wiring in a second here. But it's all pretty accessible if I need to work the little control unit. And it's also Bluetooth, so most of the time I can just do it from my phone. I don't need to climb down here. Alright, looking underneath the box. So we got the Bluetti. Like I said, it's tied down in 2 spots. This is this goes through the floor of the van. There's another piece of metal underneath on the other side to kind of reinforce the floor. M8 bolt. This holds this box down, and there's also might be kind of hard to see in this light, but there's a factory tie down there, and the Bluetti is attached to that, and then it goes around. There's another strap that holds it down that goes around the box, and there's another place where the box is secured over here that also has a tie down built into it. And actually this is a good opportunity for me to turn the lights on in here so you can see what's going on. So all we got to do for that, so normally I just use my phone, but I'll just do it this way. Turn our DC on the Bluetti, hit the switch for the lights, and the lights are also push button activated. Normally they're all on, but I had them turned on or turned off since I was sleeping in here the other day. Now we can see. All right, so what we got in here. So now you can see the tie down. You can see all the wiring. Like I said, it comes down this pillar. That's everything from the lights, the fan, and the solar panels. And then, depending on what it is, it all just kind of runs across here. There's a little bit extra wiring to the switch panel here. The solar obviously connects to the Bluetti, and then there's the DC output from the Bluetti that connects to the switch panel, and so on and so forth. And everything's got connectors, fuses, all that good stuff. I won't go into it too deeply. You can also see there's an extension cord here that runs back to shore power. So if I'm connected to shore power, I can just plug stuff in here. I can plug the Bluetti in to charge it, or I can plug the microwave in, or whatever else I want to plug in there. Power for the fridge. So I decided I will make a separate connector. So let's see if I can get under here. So there's actually a cigarette lighter plug down here. That way I can keep the wiring for the fridge separate. So let's say I want to take the fridge out and plug it in somewhere else. You know, maybe it's annoying to me here at night, and I want to go plug it into the in the back of the van. I can do that very easily. I can just unplug it from here, grab the fridge, and take it to the back of the van and plug it in back there. Easy enough. And normally I have the fridge inside now, but normally the fridge goes here. It gets tied down and around with these straps, and then it just sits here, and it's kind of flush with this. So I mentioned the switch panel already. This was actually a one of the, I think, Nylite cheap Amazon panels I got with the van, and it used to be twice the size. You can see it in one of the other videos. And I decided I will just cut it in half, and I just left the switches, and I took out the USB thing as well, and I just mounted it separately in here, which is also really handy. This is a Sprinter 144, so you kind of have to get creative with the bed situation, and dimensionally it's pretty clear that there's enough space to sleep here, as opposed to trying to sleep in the garage area, which sleeping in the front is ideal because you don't have to unload the bikes every time you sleep in the back, and it's, if you're trying to sleep, just catch some Z's at a truck stop or something, or a rest area, or you get to to the race or to the trail real late, you don't need to unload and set up and all that kind of stuff. You can just go back here and go to sleep. So this would be the ideal. So I was pretty stressed out trying to figure out how that's going to work. So this is kind of the solution I came up with. You could see a little bit earlier in the video, this was folded down. It folds down here. So my dog ends up having a little bunk bed situation under here. And it's actually, like I said, I tried sleeping here the other night and it's pretty comfortable. I have a mattress that goes on top. I'm about 6 foot, so I can't stretch out quite all the way sleeping straight up because it's about 67 inches all across. But if I'm even a little bit at a diagonal, I can, because there's another couple inches here with the window, another couple inches with the door, and it's actually enough. And if I put, just for example, if I put my pillow kind of right here, that's enough of a diagonal that I can stretch out all the way. So it's pretty comfortable, it's pretty level, and it's really easy. So this is, there's a L-track right here that these are pretty sure hammock straps. I got them on Amazon a while ago for attaching my dog in a sidecar. Just cheap Amazon rated carabiners, so they are actually rated. They're pretty beefy. Same thing on this side. These are also L-track. This whole portion is 1-inch square tubing with 1/2-inch plywood on top, so it's pretty sturdy. When you climb on and off of it, you feel like you're very secure, especially with a mattress. This feels super solid. It doesn't move anywhere. It's really beefy. And then underneath here, it's going to be hard to see. These are just normal hinges. They are M8 bolts into square tubing back here as well. But they don't see a ton of stress load in any direction aside from down. So that's the shear forces on the M8 bolts. So yeah, just like that, this folds down, and it's less than, I don't know, 40 seconds or so. The hardest part about this is securing this thing so that it's not all dangling. So there's probably a better system I can come up with for that. But yeah, it's a really simple setup and it's pretty comfortable.